All right, we are back with a sweet Bant hexproof brew. Um, so Ancestral Mask is usually banned when we play in our server, but there is a new card, Saiba Cryptomancer, 2 mana hexproof creature. Um, and then my main spice is Seed of Hope and Mightstone's animation. Animating an indestructible land is often just as good as hexproof. And then we just have Brine Giant just to round out our threats. Playing like a 2 mana, 3 mana, 5/6 can be very, very good. All right, let's see how it does in midweek Magic. All right, let's take a look here. Um, we don't have blue mana, but we do have Seed of Hope, and then we do have our giant creature here. So I think this is a keep. The question is, do we play a tap land first? I think we play our forest and just Seed of Hope, looking for blue mana. Thermal Alchemist. Okay. That's pretty good for my opponent. Thankfully, we drew the Squire's Devotion. We did find the blue mana. So I think we're going to be able to suit up our Cryptomancer here. It's going to take a couple turns because we have these tap lands, but I think that's fine. Festival Crasher. Ooh, that's really good. He's going to be doing a ton of damage back to us. Yeah, our tap lands are being a little bit awkward, but that's alright. We have Hexproof. We're at 21. He shouldn't be able to kill us too fast here, but Mono Red can be very explosive. Another Festival Crasher. Alright. Okay, another Plains is quite good because that means we can double spell here. Ethereal Armor on Cryptomancer. Start gaining some life. And I think we've weathered the storm. Yeah, next turn we can do Mightstone's animation. We can do Ancestral Mask. Um, it should be pretty good. So he has to kill us here, but he only has 2 lands. Interesting. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. We can Ancestral Mask. I think if we Ancestral Mask, that really puts it out of reach. So even though I would like to play Mightstone animation, I'm just going to use the busted card. Yeah. He just forfeits to Ancestral Mask. GG's. All right. Let's take a look. We're back with a hexproof here. Yeah, this looks like a great hand. 2 tap lands, but that's fine. We'll be able to Seed of Hope on turn 2. Um, ooh, interesting. I think I actually lead with blue here and then play Cryptomancer. He plays a Plains. Okay, Plains, blue white. Interesting. Blue white holding up counterspell. It looks. We've played against a blue white toxic deck that did beat us, but let's see what my opponent. Okay, he doesn't play anything. So I have to assume this is a counterspell, my opponent. Blue, white, black. Interesting. Esper. Charmed Stray. Interesting. So do I want to play my Cryptomancer into his open? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to Seed of Hope, look for a untapped land. See if I can play Jungleborn Pioneer. Um, okay, yep. Nice. So here we are going to jam. Does he have something? So I like playing this Jungleborn Pioneer because it plays against Black's exile spells. Interesting. He doesn't have anything. Plays against Black's sacrifice spells too. Um, is what I meant to say. He doesn't have counterspell. Huh. That's very strange. So I guess he was holding up a 2-mana removal spell, but blue white, and then into blue black. That's got to be a counterspell, right? Unsummon. What? Interesting. All right, so my opponent's playing some kind of weird Esper draft commons. Well, you play around the cards your opponent could have. You don't play around the ones that they end up playing. All right, so do I play around a Sacrifice Edict? I don't think so. I think I just play another Jungleborn Pioneer. Let's play another white source here. And let's just pass the turn. Like, my opponent only has a 2/2 on board. It's not a big deal. I can take a couple turns. Cruel Cut. Okay. This is what they were holding up. And another lifelink. Okay, so Esper random draft comp. Alright, so unfortunately for my opponent, it is time to start with the beatdowns. Ethereal Armor is such a busted card. Let's get rid of Cryptomancer. No, let's just get rid of a land. We don't. Our creature is already going to be gigantic. We don't need to keep putting some power on it with a security bypass with conniving. Next turn we have Squire's Devotion holding up Saiba Cryptomancer. Yeah. You got it. They can't really deal with our hexproof creatures. And we have a lot of creatures on board now for their edicts. So I could play this Ethereal Armor, but I don't think it's lethal, and I'd rather hold up uh, Cryptomancer just in case, for whatever reason. I mean, I don't think anything in his deck could beat this at the moment, but there's no reason to overextend. Okay. Yeah, my opponent's trying to think of an out, but doesn't have anything. Security bypass making your creature unblockable is just great upgrade to hexproof. Um, yeah, hexproof has just been getting a lot of upgrades, and most recently Saiba Cryptomancer. So Ethereal Armor might be on the watch list. I don't know. Okay, my opponent playing a bunch of stuff. Hopefully. Alright, I will play Cryptomancer out. And I think I'll make it a 1. Stasis Field is good. But let's just Ethereal Armor here. That is lethal. Let's just play this out just to sure it's lethal. Boom, 20 damage, unblockable. GG's. All right, we're back with another historic Pauper magic game. Yeah, we have our Hexproof creature, we have Ancestral Mask, we have Lifelink. It's pretty good. So we have Seed of Hope turn 2. You have the tap land, or the untapped land for our turn 3. Hexproof. He plays green black. Interesting. Is he holding up a spell? Let's take another Hexproof. Okay. So he has to have like a remove spell, but he plays Blood Research. Whenever you gain like, oh, interesting. Hmm. So I guess that means he has a life gain deck, green black life gain. Let's just attack. No, let's not attack. We don't want to let him block and then have an edict here. Next turn we can Squire's Devotion. Ooh, Pest Summoning. 4/4. I think we just keep holding. He's not really putting any pressure on us. And a green black life gain is a deck from Strixhaven Draft. But not very Historic Pauper competitive. Gains Death Touch. Fights. Okay. Okay, so I have to assume this is the point of his deck. Yeah. Sure, I'll take it. Alright, so I'm really looking for a security bypass here to get rid of these draws. We gain our life back with lifelink, so he's definitely not winning this race. Cram session, that's pretty good. So he can get, what is it? Introduction to Annihilation, get rid of my... Oh, he takes a Expanded and gains... Okay. I would have expected Introduction to Annihilation, because that gets rid of my Ancestral Mask, or it gets rid of my lifelink. Yeah, I'll take this. You get to put a counter on, but I have lifelink. Saiba Cryptomancer, let's Herman. Another Saiba Cryptomancer. We can't attack actually. Into his vigilance. We need to draw more of our auras, unfortunately. Golgari Locket, okay. Yep, got it. Huh. Oh, there's another Ancestral Mask. Okay. So this probably wins us the game. I can't think my opponent can beat a giant 11/11 hexproof lifelink. But we will see. Bouldering. Yeah, it looks like my opponent's just playing random Strixhaven cards. Green black wasn't even particularly strong in Strixhaven, but you know, this is midweek match. Aha, there is our security bypass to make our creature unblockable. All right, GG's. Hexproof is a deck to watch out for sure. Very, very strong. I mean, even though Ancestral Mask did a ton of work there, like if those were just Ethereal Armors, pretty much the same same outcome I have to expect. Just a giant lifelink creature, unblockable, very hard to beat.